Hi everyone, we will discuss the capital gain taxation.
Hi guys, we will discuss the ordinary asset. So when we say ordinary asset, ay ito yung mga asset or properties na taxpayer na ginagamit sa business. Example, letter A, stock and trade of a taxpayer or other real property of a kind which would properly be included in the inventory of the taxpayer and on hand at the close of the taxable year. Letter B, real property held by the taxpayer primarily for a sale to customer in the ordinary course of his trade or business. So, ang A and B refer about inventory. At yung A is inventory of stocks. At yung B naman is inventory of a real property. So, when we say real property is our buildings and lands. Letter C, real property used in trade or business of the character which is subject to the allowance for depreciation. Letter D, real property used in trade or business for the taxpayer. So the C and D both refer real properties na ginagamit sa business. So the simple define of ordinary asset ay ang tinutukoy niya ang mga asset or properties na held for sales like inventory at held for use or yung ginagamit sa business. Like example, supplies, and then items of property equipment like buildings, property, improvements, and equipment.
So, what is capital asset? Capital asset is an asset that will be useful to your business over the long period of time, usually more than 2 years and cost more than your usual day-to-day running costs. A capital asset could be a piece of equipment or an investment. Capital assets are also called fixed assets. Capital assets, any asset other than ordinary assets. Basically, capital assets such as A, personal or non-business assets of taxpayer. When we say personal or non-business, it is not related to the business. B, business assets of a taxpayer which includes financial assets and intangible assets. When we say financial assets such as cash, receivables, prepared expenses, and investments. And when we say intangible, such as patent, copyrights, leasehold rights, and franchise rights.
So we have the two types of gains. First is the ordinary gain. So ordinary gain arises from the sales, exchange, and other disposition, including facto retro sales and other conditional sales of ordinary assets.
Capital gain. Capital gain arises from the sale, exchange, and the other disposition, including facto retro sales and the other conditional sales of capital assets. A capital gain is the increase in a capital asset values, and it's realized when the asset is sold. Capital gain may apply to any type of asset, including investment and those purchased for personal use. The gain may be short-term, 1 year or less, or long-term, more than 1 year. It must be claimed on an income tax. Unrealized gain and losses reflects an increase or decrease in an investment values but are not considered taxable. A capital loss is incurred when there is a decrease in the capital asset values compared to an asset purchase price. Capital gain falls into two categories: the short term and the long term. The short term gains realized on an asset that is sold after holding them for 1 year or less. The long term gains realized on an asset that is sold after holding them for more than 1 year.
So we have here a scope of capital gains taxation. So gains on dealings in capital assets and stock rates. So first, gains on the sale, exchange and other disposition of domestic stocks directly to the buyer. So we have here tax rate, meron siyang 15% capital gain tax. So second, we have the sale, exchange, and other disposition of real property in the Philippines. So meron din tayo dito sa tax rates na 6% capital gains tax. So third, we have the gains from other capital assets. So sa tax rates, meron dito tayong regular income tax.
Selling price shall mean, in case of cash sale, kung magkano natanggap na pera from the buyer, yun yung selling price. In case naman, kung binayad na buyer is partly in money and partly in property, the selling price would be the total of the money received from the buyer plus the fair value of property received from the buyer. Now, from the exchange, the selling price naman would be the fair value of the property received from the buyer.
So, si Mr. Paul daw, binenta niya ang stock niya. So, in return, ang natanggap niya ay isang building na may tax na 2 million, na may fair na 2,500,000. And bukod dyan, nakatanggap din siya ng goods worth of 100,000 and also 400,000 cash.
So the question here is, how much is the selling price of the stock? So the cash here is 400,000 plus the fair value of building received is 2,500,000 plus the fair value of goods received is 100,000. So the total is 300,000. So this is the selling price stock by sold by Mr.